Have you ever wondered about Dionysus, the Greek god of wine, theater, religion, and madness? Born of Zeus and a mortal woman, Dionysus had an unconventional entry into the world. His mother perished before his birth, and Zeus, in a bid to save his unborn son, sewed him into his thigh. From this unusual birth, Dionysus emerged, a god forever tied to the wild, untamed forces of nature. His realm wasn't confined to the joyous liberation found in a glass of wine or the cathartic release of a good play. Dionysus was a god of ecstatic highs and terrifying lows, a deity who reveled in the paradox of existence. He embodied the blissful oblivion of madness and the profound insight of divine inspiration. This wine-loving deity who thrived in wild nature, however, was more than just a party animal. Dionysus was not only a god to be worshipped in broad daylight, he also presided over a mystery cult shrouded in secrecy. So what is a mystery cult? Well, in ancient Greece, these were religious groups that conducted secretive rites and rituals. Unlike the public ceremonies held in honor of the gods, these mystery cults were exclusive clubs, their practices known only to the initiated. Now, the Dionysian Mysteries were a bit more intoxicating. Though details are scarce, whispers of wild, moonlit revelries and ecstatic dances have tantalized our imaginations for centuries. The rituals were kept under tight wraps, known only to those within the cult. It's believed that these rites were transformative experiences, potentially offering a divine connection or personal revelation to those who partook. However, we're left to speculate, as the Dionysians were particularly good at keeping secrets. The Dionysian Mysteries were, as their name suggests, a mystery to those outside the cult. But what did these rituals entail? What happened when the cult of Dionysus gathered in the dead of night? While direct accounts are as scarce as hen's teeth, we can piece together a fascinating jigsaw of ancient revelry. Picture processions snaking through moonlit groves, the air pulsating with the rhythm of drums and the wild cries of worshippers. Theatrical performances would take center stage, with worshippers donning masks and costumes, becoming conduits for the god of theater himself. Ecstatic dances, too, were a key part of the festivities. Imagine a whirl of bodies moving as one, driven by a rhythm that transcended the physical and touched the divine. And then there was the wine, the lifeblood of Dionysus. It flowed freely, loosening tongues and inhibitions. Some even suggest the use of psychoactive substances, a notion that adds another layer of mystery to these nocturnal celebrations. These rituals were not just about intoxication, but about reaching a state of ecstasy and divine connection. But why? What was the ultimate goal of these rituals, and what did they symbolize? These questions echo in the silence of the centuries. Some scholars speculate that these rituals were a path to divine connection, a spiritual journey, if you will. Imagine the ancient Greeks dancing in the moonlight, their minds foggy with wine and mystic substances, reaching out to touch the divine. But it wasn't just about reaching out to the gods. These rituals were a deep dive into the human psyche, an exploration of wild nature and primal instincts. They served as a mirror, reflecting the participants' innermost fears, desires, and the untamed wilderness within. Like the tale of the phoenix rising from the ashes, these rituals symbolize transformation and rebirth. Remember the myth of Zagreus, the alternate story of Dionysus' dismemberment? It's a tale of destruction and rebirth, of death and life, of chaos and order. This myth is an alternate dismemberment story of Dionysus and may symbolize this transformation. One of the best sources of information we have about the Dionysian Mysteries is, ironically, a play, The Bacchae by Euripides. This work of fiction provides us with a glimpse into the ecstasy and frenzy that surrounded the Dionysian cult. In the Bacchae, the maenads, or female followers of Dionysus, are depicted in a state of wild frenzy. These women, intoxicated by the divine, dance and revel with abandon, embodying the chaotic nature of Dionysus himself. They are not simply observers of the divine madness, they become a part of it. On the flip side, the play also showcases the dire consequences of rejecting Dionysus. Pentheus, the king of Thebes, denies Dionysus and his cult, only to face a brutal end. His punishment serves as a stark warning to those who dare to dismiss the power of the divine, particularly the god of wine and madness. The Bacchae serves as a cautionary tale for those who reject Dionysus and his followers. Even though the Dionysian Mysteries may have faded into history, their influence can still be felt today. The themes of intoxication, ecstasy, and transformation have permeated Western culture, seeping into our literature, art, and theater. The idea of losing oneself to find a deeper truth, a theme central to the Dionysian Mysteries, is a recurring motif in stories and performances. The wild, untamed nature of Dionysus, his connection to the primal forces of life and death, continues to captivate us. With the rise of Christianity in the ancient world, the cult of Dionysus, like many pagan traditions, saw a decline. Yet the echoes of these old rituals and beliefs have endured. They have been reframed, reinterpreted, and reincarnated in different forms and traditions. The Dionysian Mysteries, with their tantalizing blend of secrecy, revelry, and spiritual quest, continue to fascinate us. While the cult of Dionysus may no longer exist, its echoes can still be heard in our culture today. Despite all we have learned, much about the Dionysian Mysteries remains unknown. The shroud of secrecy that once protected the rites of Dionysus now serves to obscure them from modern understanding. Like trying to piece together a jigsaw puzzle with half the pieces missing, we are left to speculate and wonder about the true nature of these ancient rituals. Were they merely a form of escapism, an opportunity to step outside the bounds of societal norms under the guise of religious fervor? Or did they serve a deeper, more psychological purpose, a means for the ancients to confront their inner nature and achieve a divine connection? The tantalizing fragments of information that have survived the passage of time serve only to fuel our curiosity. The Dionysian Mysteries, with their intoxicating mix of wine, madness, and ecstasy, continue to captivate our imagination. Why do these ancient rituals continue to fascinate us, thousands of years after they were first performed? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.
It's London Lee.